What are we operating on day one? Basically, as I told in the syllabus, we'll see some keywords today. Okay, I'll be sharing the syllabus on your WhatsApp. Okay, what are the keywords like? We are going to travel total for a 45 hours to 50 hours of class. So in this 45 hours, we discuss completely about SOC Analyst training. So what are the keywords we'll be using, which will repeatedly coming to your training? And without having any confusions, let's see some keywords which will give a clarity. So today, welcoming the first keyword, we'll call it as domain controller. Domain controller. So this is a server basically, which we use in IT infrastructure. In short term, we call it as DC, domain controller. So what happens in this process? So take a company. In this, there will be multiple servers or computers or applications. In an IT company, there can be multiple contents like this. So now in this, if I take something like this is a server. I take a company which is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. When Tata Consultancy Services started their company, they created a domain for them that is called tcs.com. This is a domain which Tata Consultancy Services took it on 45, 50 years back. So when you're working on this, what's the need of this? Now, when I see, let us go with one concept. We'll erase this. Now we'll go with the things. Now, Kiran, myself, I joined in Tata. I got a computer, that is a laptop, and I'm the employee. I'm the employee of Tata. They gave me email ID called Kiran at the rate of tcs.com. So I joined in Tata and I got a laptop and this is my domain. So now what happened? I joined as a Java developer and I started working as a Java developer. So whenever I want to reach my company, whenever I want to work with my company, or if there is a Java server here where all our employees who our team will work on this. Now from this computer, I want to access this server. Means to perform my operations, daily operations, or do something. I want this computer to communicate with this server. Now, it happens. Now I can't directly go and connect this. If this is not at all possible because I need some authentication process to reach this server. So how it will happen? So they will give me that, Kiran, you want to join or you want to connect to Java server, then you have to log into the domain. They'll say, log into the domain. What is a log into the domain? They'll ask me to give the username in my computer and password, which will be given to me by the admin team or the HR team. So I enter my user ID and I enter my password. So when I enter my user ID and password, the password will be the right one. Then the request which I am raising now, once I enter it, okay, this request will come to a server in my office. Okay, this blue one. This server will be there. Who is this fellow? Now, when I did it, when I entered my user ID and password and enter, this request will directly come to this server. Okay, this server is called domain controller. Okay, in every company, there will be a domain controller and the request reaches domain controller. When I reaches to domain controller internally will have a active directory. This is second one. He is a function and this fellow is another server, active directory, AD. Active. Who is active directory? Whenever they are giving you a password, user ID, your details, the each and every detail will be stored in the Active Directory. Your passwords, everything, a detail of every employee will be stored in the Active Directory. So what happened? When Kiran opened his laptop, entered his user ID, entered his password, and press enter, the request came to domain controller. Then the domain controller will ask the Active Directory, bro, whether his password is right or wrong. There's authentication method. I'll talk to you. Then the Active Directory will compare your password, whether it is right or wrong. If password is right, it will say domain controller, it is right. Then domain controller will allow you to reach the Java server. So that means your Java server will be accessed. Okay. This Java server will be accessed by your computer. So to make you somewhat clear, I'll talk to you with one more example where we are doing our daily life. What is it? Students, you have to mute your somebody earphones are okay. Let me try. Kamalesh. Okay, thank you. So let us take some example. The example is like this. We all go to school and colleges. So let us take one example that is a classroom. This is my classroom where my professor is teaching a class at the board. This is a blackboard. Okay, this is a blackboard. And I have a professor. Okay, I'm bad at drawing. For some time, think this fellow is a professor. Okay, this is my professor. Now, this professor is taking a class, a table. Okay, now this is a table. And this is my door, the door for my class. To enter my classroom, this is a door. Now, what happened? I'm a student. I entered my class. There's a new student. I'm a new student, or somebody else, example. I want to enter into this door. So what I do, I come near to the door and say, may I come in? May I come in? Then the professor will ask, who are you? Then I reply that stating to the professor, Professor, my name is Kiran and my roll number is 54. What does the professor do? Before allowing me, what does the professor do? Can anybody guess? It is rough guess. Please.
Yes, he asked us some authentication from school management or something.
Yeah, he asked already. He asked me, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Kiran and 54." What do the he'll do? He will have a register with him, an attendance register or something with him, in which all the students' names will be there. Now he will go and check the register whether roll number 54 is Kiran or not. If
Yes,
54 is Kiran, he saw the register. In this register, that is Mr. 54 is Kiran. He'll say, okay, come in. So then Kiran can enter into the class like this. The Kiran, Mr. Kiran can enter into the class. This is a whole process, basic process we do. So in this, if you take care, what is happening? The blue colors. Now, this professor whom I'm talking, this professor is my, oh, sorry. The professor whom I'm talking, this professor is my domain controller. Okay. The register what I am talking now, this register what I am talking now, this is my Active Directory. The student what I am talking, this is my computer which is asking permission. Okay. The classroom is my domain. So what happened? The computer came in and asked it, can I come in? Then the domain controller is authorizing it. Before authorizing it, it took that, it went into the register and asked him whether the 54 is Kiran. Yes, 54 is Kiran. When Active Directory said yes, it is clear, then he gave a permission to enter into the classroom. Is it clear?
yes, sir.
So in this process, if I ask you, I ask you to define, hey, I want what is domain controller. Can you define me what is domain controller? And you can say it is an, it is a centralized server for authentic, give me some meanings. Authentication and authorization. It is a centralized server for authentication and authorization purpose. What is this? These two elements are very important. What is authentication? What is authorization? If you see in this claim, Mr. The professor asked him, who are you? Then how did he prove himself? Sir, my name is Kiran and my roll number is 54. He gave this. These details are his authentication. Means he is proving that it is my identity. I'm roll number 54 and Kiran. What are you doing? You are giving your user ID and password. When you are giving your user ID and password on your computer, that process is called authentication. You prepare authenticating that, hey, I am this. You're proving I'm Kiran and this is my password. If you want, you can check that. Now, the domain controller is checking with the risk register, which is a register, and it is giving you permission to enter. Yes, come in. That permission is called authorization. The process of verifying the authentication and giving the permission is called authorization. You should not forget this, guys. This is very important. So they ask you, what are the authentication servers you use in your industry? Domain controller, authentication servers. So authentication is from whose end? Authentication is from the user end. Authorization is from whose end? It is from domain controller end. This fellow can authorize you, this fellow can authenticate. Am I clear, everybody? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Now, coming to the next one. Who is Active Directory then? Active Directory. Who is this Active Directory? Active Directory, it is for same. It is a server which stores all the details of the user. User. This is called Active Directory. Everybody in the domain, how many employees, how many computers, everybody who are there, for everybody the details will be stored in the Active Directory. But remember one thing, both of them, if there is a domain controller, mark my words, and this is fixed, that internally it is fixed with the Active Directory. You cannot separate domain controller and Active Directory. Again, I'm saying this is very clear mark from our end. The things, okay, done. So these are the two keywords what we have seen for today. Okay, that is at present. That is a domain controller and a Active Directory. Now comes the third one. The third one is called MAC. Address. What is media control access? That is media access control address. 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 MAC address. What is this MAC address? How do you discuss about MAC address? When I'm talking about a MAC address team, I want to give a scenario, just a scenario. You help me with your answer. Okay. The scenario is again, there is a classroom. In your class, there are some 15 students. student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. Student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are the students. Now what happened in the students? Okay, we take the content. Now I'm Kiran, I'm coming to your class. When I'm coming to your class, I brought 15, very carefully listen, I want the answer. I want 15 new laptops. I want 15 new laptops. Very new laptops I brought it. And the condition is all the laptops are with same company, that is same manufacturer. They are with same configuration, means all the features are same and same color. Everything is same. They are like twins each other. When you're coming, they are like twins for each other. Now I came to the class and I gave each laptop to the 15 students. I gave this laptop to students. Each students I gave a laptop. Then what I did, I took a table. After 5 minutes, means I have left 5 minutes to you. Then I told students, please come on. I collected all your laptops. I collected all your laptops. Means the 15 laptops I collected back. I put a table. On the table, I placed all the laptops like this. The 15 laptops one by one like this on the table. Then what I did, I asked student, any student, can you go to the table and pick the laptop which I gave you? 5 minutes back, I gave a laptop to you. I want the same laptop to be picked from the same company, same configuration, same color laptops. Can you do it or no?
Yes, we can do it
How?
with the MAC address.
Yes, this as the thing. So what happened now? A company, a laptop may have a same company, same configuration, same color, everything, but it will not have no chance of having same MAC address. No chance. A computer will have only one permanent address, and that is unique address, that is called MAC address. So what happens? Now, if you remember, when I gave the laptop to you, I left the laptop with you for 5 minutes. In this 5 minutes, you have to switch on the laptop and get your MAC address. How to get a MAC address? How will I know the MAC address of my computer? You all know this. What happened? You switch on your computer. There is a search bar here. What you do? You go to the search bar. Okay, in the search bar. There, go and type command prompt. Type command prompt. When you type command prompt, there will be a black screen open to command screen, which will open. Now on the black screen, just give a command. Give a command that is called get mac. You give this command and press enter. Press enter. You will get your MAC address. How is it? I'm showing you. Sir. I went into the search bar. In the search bar, I typed command prompt like this. When I click on the command prompt, a black screen will open to me like this. There's a black screen. On this screen, what I'm doing, I'm typing get and no space on get MAC. Enter. These are the MAC addresses which are connected to my complete thing. Okay, so this will be my content. You have to understand the whole process of MAC address. Now, this is the process where you get your MAC address. Now, the MAC address, what you are getting, this is a permanent address of your computer. When, how is it? Is it written? Everybody, can I delete this? Once you finish, let me know, please. Done. Anybody writing this or still?
Yes, Kiran. Done.
Done. Thank you. Thanks for the acknowledgement. Appreciate that. Okay. Now, this is a process. So, what is MAC address? If anybody asks, what is your MAC address? How do you define that? Okay. They'll call it is the permanent permanent physical address of a computer or a laptop. Okay. Thank you, Manasa. It is a permanent physical address of a computer. Okay. It's a permanent physical address of a computer. How you will get a MAC? What will be the MAC? Basically, what happens, guys, when a manufacturer, okay, when a manufacturer manufacturing the laptop like Dell, HP, Samsung, as a, anybody manufacturing laptop, they'll use a card called NIC card, NIC. This is called network interface card. Network interface card. This NIC card contains the physical address, that is MAC address of the computer manufacturing. This is okay. The NIC card holds the MAC address. How it looks, if you see in your computer, anytime when you open your computer, sometimes they'll ask, sir, your NIC card is not working. This one is called network interface cards. This card will be there in your laptop, which contains your MAC address. Okay, done. So MAC address is a permanent physical address. So we finished three keywords. One is domain controller, followed by Active Directory, and the third one is MAC address. Now coming to the fourth one. The fourth one is called IP address. This is one keyword we'll be repeatedly using. What is an IP address? IP stands for Internet Protocol Address, IP address. What is this IP address? What is this Internet Protocol? Internet Protocol address. How does it works? Okay, we'll see this. Now, as a MAC address, your computer also will have a, excuse me, IP address. Yeah, thank you. Now, in this IP address, what is it? Before understanding the IP address, you have to understand network. What is network, first of all? I have a device. I have another device, and device. So there are four devices combined. Is this a network? No. I think this is device A, this is device B, this is device C, device D. It is a network? No, you cannot say it is a network. I took a device which is of networking device, like a switch, router, like that. I took a switch here. switch. The switch contain interfaces like this. It's a 6 port switch. Okay, I'll show you what is switch. This is switch like this. Your switch looks like this. Okay, basically, mm, 1 minute. Yes. This is your switch. Okay, what you are saying is a switch. These are called interfaces of the switch. You bring your cable and put your cable into this and connect to the computer. This is a switch. Now I'm talking about the switch is this. This is my switch. These are called interfaces, the black boxes like this. Now what happened? Now I want to bring my computer and connect to this interface. So when I'm connecting my cable to the interface, then the switch contains a IP address like this. One interface will be connected like 10.0.0.1. Then how many interfaces are there? 6 interfaces. Then the second one is 10 dot. I'll talk about this IP address. Don't worry. We're going to discuss a lot on this. 2. Next 10.0.0.3. Then 10.0.0.4, 10.0.0.5, 10.0.0.6. I have 6 IP addresses given to 6 interfaces. Now what happened? This is to again to be a bit clear on this. I'll give one more example to you. Oh, I have one more page open already. Oh, sorry, I did not see this. So what happened? Take a hotel. This is very important, guys. Take a hotel. When you have a hotel, this is my complete hotel and these are my rooms. I have 6 rooms and there is a reception. Now, how will the reception identify the room? With the help of a room number. This is 101. This is room number 102. This is room number 103, 104, 105, 106. Now, as you allocated in the hotel each room one number, in the network, when you are forming a network, you allocate each computer one IP address. Without an IP address, it cannot come. Means 10.0.0.1. So when I connect it to this, it is 10.0.0.2. These are 3 I did not connect. I connected again this. This is 10.0.0.6. Again, I connected this. This is 10.0.0.4. So I'm left with 2 boxes. One is this, which is 10.0.3. This is 10.0.0.2. Now what happened? There is one more device who want to come into this. That is device name E. Can he come or no? Yes, he can come because there is an IP address free. So this fellow can come inside this network and connect to this. So what is the IP address of this now? 10.0.0.3. Now there is one more device here. Okay. This is my one more device, F device. Can he come inside the network or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, because there is a IP address free here. So what is IP address? 10.0.0.5. Now I have one more device like this. I have one more device, which is my ABCDEFG. Can he enter?
No.
No. Why? Because there is no IP address available. All the IP addresses are occupied and there is no interface IP address. So a device, if it want to enter into a network, it requires what? it should be configured with an IP address. If there is no IP address, the device cannot configure into or enter into a network. Am I clear, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you talk about some content, I have a computer. Now, this computer is already having an address inside it. What is that address? MAC address. This address is predefined. This is a permanent address. Now, this device, like this computer, want to configure into a network. Yes, then if it want to configure into a network, it requires a IP address. Without a IP, you cannot configure into the network. Am I clear? This IP address is a temporary address. It is not permanent until, see, you went into a hotel. In your hotel, they gave you a room number. The room number is 103. That room number will be permanent for you. No, no. How many days you stay there, that will be the permanent, your address. But you have your house, permanent house, which is room, your house number 36. It is permanent? Yes. House number is always permanent. That is called your MAC address. Owns different. When you go to the hotel, the MAC IP address changes. Without an IP, you cannot enter into the network. There is a difference. So when they ask you a difference, define what is IP address. Okay, they are permanent IP address, so we'll talk about that. It is a temporary address used by the user for configuring into a network. This is IP address. And this is called IP address. Okay, this is an IP address. How do you deal? Now we have three things. One is your domain controller. Then you have an active director where is all the details of your users are stored there. Then I have a MAC address, which is my permanent address of my device. Then I have an IP address, which is a temporary address, which is used to me to configure into the network. This is the next concept is the next keyword is malware. We use this a lot. Okay, a lot in the sense lot. Why? Basically, what happens if I remember or if you drew, this is a very common word we use in our computer. Hey, my computer is affected with virus. There may be a virus in my computer. What is this? This virus is a software, guys. Every time, if a hacker is sending some virus or if you have a virus on your computer, it is a software code. If it executes, your computer functions will change. Now, this is software. Okay, but it is an abnormal software or a not a normal, it's a dangerous software. Now what they did, the same virus, now they're calling it as malware. What is it? The dangerous software or unwanted software. Some people call it, hey, this is what this is, I don't want it, it's an unwanted software. Like that they'll say these words what we use: delicious, dangerous, the unwanted, this is no use. This word we commonly use in our industry is malicious. 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 Remember this keyword. We are going to use it several times. Is the IP malicious or clean? Malicious means it's danger, it's abnormal, it is unwanted, anything. There is a keyword we are going to use a lot. Malicious. Okay. What is this malicious thing? Now, what happened? They said the same thing. When they said, If a software is not normal, it's something, then they call it as malicious software. From this fellows took this malicious ware and they call it a software called malware. So what is a malware? Malware is a malicious software which we always take care of it and try to stop it. So it's a malicious is a keyword you have to remember for sure. Malicious software. Okay. We do some tools how to stop it. We'll see later. This is just a keywords. Okay. And next, we are entering into one protocol, which is a keyword. I want this. You have to remember HTTP is a protocol which is important for me. It is called hypertext transfer protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol. Okay. What is this? How do we use this? What is the need of this hypertext transfer protocol? I'll show you small example. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss, but we'll see. Now what happens? I want to browse through a web page or I want to log into a web page like this. I have a computer. I have an internet. I have an internet. Now what happened? This is my computer. Now in this I'm typing on a browser. I opened my browser, Google Chrome or something, and I typed Amazon.com. Connect into my internet. Then there will be one web server which is hosted. This is a web server. Okay. This web server belongs to Amazon. What happens in this web server? There will be a source code of your website. There will be a source code, which is a hypertext. Now, when you click on this Amazon.com, this internet reaches this server and the Amazon page opens in your laptop. But the condition is if you see this is my browser. I went into my browser and I'm typing Amazon.com. I have clicked on Amazon.com and pressed enter. The Amazon page opened on my screen. But if you see, this is not my original source code. It is a GUI. If you see, this is my source code of my Amazon page. Means this is a website exact design. It's hypertext code. But in according to me, I need to open this source code. But if I open this source code and work on it, I don't even understand because this is a hypertext. Now I want to convert this hypertext into a graphical user interface as I understand, like this. If I see now, this is my hypertext. That is a source code. But what's the page opening on my screen? This is my page. Now, if I go to my page, I want to purchase some baby scroller. I click on baby scrollers. I check the rate. I tell buy now. It will take to me. I'll type. I'll pay my charges. Bam, bam. But if I go to the source code and say the same baby stroller, if I want to order here, I can't do that because I don't understand this code. So now the person, okay, or the protocol which is helping you to convert this hypertext into the GUI interface, this protocol is HTTP protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which transfers the hypertext, the source code, into an understandable format. Okay, we will see what is the reason of this HTTP, what we use, what are things. Okay, this is content for today, first day content. Okay, so just to teach you that what is the teaching pattern we are looking in this. So what are the keywords we saw? We saw domain controller, we saw active directory, we saw what is a MAC address, we have one with what is IP address, we have seen what is malware, and now we started a concept called or a keyword called HTTP and the conditions. Any doubts until here?
Okay.
Team, any doubts? Okay. So this is it. You have any issues with the teaching pattern? If it is going fast or it is going slow? Few days, the people who are good at networking have to be bearing us because we need some time to push in. Okay, once the keyword finishes, we have some networking concepts, everything. 4 5 days, it will be a complete structure to take the students who are not into IT sector to understand that. The people who are already in IT, the people who are working on networking, they may feel this is whoa, heavy man. So it depends on you how you handle it. Okay. But I need 4 to 5 days to take completely into the topics. Am I clear? This is still if you have any issues or thing, you can speak to Lokesh. He will inform me. Kiran sir, or by this is a problem they're facing, we need to change. Like anything, I have no issues. Okay. Right. Any more doubts or any more concerns from your end, anybody?
No, Kiran, as of now, we are good.
As of now, all good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Catch you tomorrow at the same time. Bye, team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you all. Yeah, thank you, Rana.